My dad, who is obsessed with like magic, and he, obviously my name's Mel. He changed his name to Gandalf, which I copped incredible amount of flack for in high school. And the last one is that when we immigrated to Australia, we were illegal for 8 years in this country.
Gandalf's two magicians.
Because he was 7 when he came over here.
6 years ago, and Lord of the Rings, the movie hadn't even come out yet.
His legacy is for refugees. He feels very strongly about it. So
Yes, he does.
What was number 1? I'm going to go gut feeling and go number 1.
I say 2. Gandalf.
Number 3.
Number 3.
I'll go 1.
Number 2.
Why do you say 2?
Because Gandalf sounds sexy.
Put your hands up for 3.
It's 3.
It's already
Just for my peace of mind, mate. I said just for my peace of mind, I'm going 1.
I'm thinking 1 as well.
3.
I'm watching you, mate.
It's 3.
He says 3.
Yeah, 3's right. Yeah, so we came here when I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Basically, just came as tourists and just lived under the radar for 8 years. It took 8 years before we came. And I'm still not actually a citizen of Australia, so I can't vote.
He's into
Yeah, but I'm a permanent resident. So.
I'm not sure if I've told you this before, but I love cats, and I've ended up taking on like all these cats, like one after another, and I feel sorry for them, and in the end I've ended up with 18 cats. I was in a club in Sydney, and the crowd's like all over the place, and you know how you're trying to get through the crowds, like, excuse me. Anyway, I'm really, really clumsy, as you know about. Well, I accidentally tripped on someone's shoe or something, and I landed in the arms of Keanu Reeves.
Oh, were they 2 separate stories?
Yeah, sorry, that was my second one, And my third one, as you all know, I love designing, and it was really funny because I'd made this scarf just on an odd occasion. Like, I never really make a lot of scarves, but I made this one and I showed one of my friends, and in the end my friend has a boutique and Kylie Minogue wore it at one of the arias.
Are you serious?
I'm going to go with 3.
It's number 1.
Oh, can you just say number 3 again? What was it?
You don't trip over and Keanu Reeves doesn't go, oh.
And she
She could have been sort of... He could have been saying
Everyone has their I met a famous person story. Like,
all right, who thinks it's number 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm just hoping it's not
Who
that.
thinks it's number 2?
1,
2, that's out.
And number 3.
Number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you're going for 3?
Minogue.
Well, I'm actually flattered if you think that my fashion sense is good enough for Kylie Minogue to pick. But it's actually number 2. I fell in the arms of Keanu Reeves.
Oh, yeah. Okay, mine is short and simple. Okay, my number 1 secret is I have piercings in places you can't see them.
Oh.
My number 2 secret is I've never cried a tear in my life. And number 3 secret is I have had my breasts surgically enhanced in some way.
Okay. 3, because I've seen the scar under her armpit.
Oh.
I'll go 3.
I'll go 3.
I've seen the scar under her armpit. It's number 3 because we were talking the other day and she goes, stop it, babe, because you're going to make me cry. And she was teary-eyed.
5 seconds.
So.
1, 2, 3, 4,
number
5.
3.
Sorry.
Wrong. I didn't think that you got to think they're that good, for Christ's sake.
Have a look at the scar under her armpit.
I've never cried a tear in my life.
Are you serious?
You can't cry.
I can't cry. I have dry eye and my tear ducts don't work properly and I don't develop tears.
But you were teary-eyed.
You can cry, but you just...
I cry, tears don't come.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah,
Oh, you had me going.
So, how's your Whopper spotter going? Have you guessed many so far? In the house, Paul's pretty well spotted every truth, and dear Ashley hasn't spotted a single one. Coming up, we go head-to-head with the housemates. Plus, we find out if Igor is the national bean-eating champ, or was he in a plane crash? Hello, and welcome back to a Big Brother special that helps us get to know how honest, how deceitful and how gullible the housemates are. This is all precious knowledge before nominations are announced tomorrow night. Voting begins and the first evictee leaves the house live across the nation next Sunday. Yep, tonight is all about secrets and lies. So let's find out now if Ashley is a liar with her pants on fire.
Ew.
Okay. Mine are really crap. My first one is because I told you guys that I've been to Japan. So when me and my friend Primrose were over there, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. We were a bit bored, so we decided to put on these really daggy pyjamas with bright yellow ducks on them, and we ended up running through the middle of the city of Tokyo in Japan, which was really weird for them because they're really conservative. A second one is when I was bored at home again, me and my sister, it was school holidays. She wanted to do a makeover, so I let her give me a makeover, and by the time I got in front of the mirror, I had massive white streaks through my hair, and she'd done my makeup bright blue. And the third one, me and my family went around Australia. We stayed in Broome for the longest time, and there was a cyclone there in 2002. And because they have a lot of crocodile parks and everything there, everything had broken out, and we stayed the next day to help out. And because it was so hot, me and my sister went for a swim in the caravan park pool, and there was a crocodile I think it was about this big in the pool, and we had to, it was a bit scary.
Three. She would have had pink pyjamas on if she was in Tokyo.
She wasn't mucking around with
The
dummies.
city of Tokyo, there's so many different places in Tokyo. There's the pumpkin, and all that.
Yeah. Okay, is it number 3?
No. It's number 1.
And your PJs were blue.
My first story is I used to weigh 110 kilos. Okay. Now, my second story is I've done a little bit of charity work for SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome, and there was a charity walk, and I walked from Melbourne to Adelaide. And the third one is I got handcuffed to a fridge by a policeman.
I'm 95 kilos.
Yeah.
So you put on another 15 kilos to what I was. And look how small she is.
Number 2, how far is Melbourne to Adelaide?
Catherine told me this morning that she runs 5Ks 4 days a week, so she does a lot of walking and running.
I did too.
Who says 1? 2?
Yeah. 3's got it.
3.
I'm going to number 2.
Handcuffs.
Rightio, handcuffs it is. Is it handcuffs?
Number 1's very close. I used to weigh 92 kilos. That was close. But it is number 3! So the story behind the handcuffs is we used to own a deli, and the cops used to always come in every day for lunch, and there was this one particular that I used to really muck around with. And as I went to get his change, give him his change, he slapped the handcuff on me and pulled me around the till and left me at the fridge.
No, don't be that effort. First story is my father sat me down and told me my father's family had actually built a Hollywood sign in Hollywood. Second story is last year when I was in Europe, I was involved in a plane crash. And the third story is I actually hold the Australian record for eating beans with a toothpick in 1 minute.
It's not 1 because you would have boasted to everyone about it.
You know, the beans one sounds right because beans are very woggy. Like, I know that.
And there is a competition where you can do
Yeah,
that. But
the wogs are so into
I've seen a competition like that in
I reckon it's
Australia.
number 3 because who would think of that as a lie?
Plane crash?
Because it might have been just a really piss weak plane